This is a local controversy, but it's also a national disaster.
Strong words from a lawyer who is filing a pair of lawsuits claiming radioactive contamination in North St. Louis County. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Bush.
And I'm Kay Quinn. The class action suits announced today could affect thousands of people living and working near the Westlake Landfill and Coldwater Creek. 5 on Your Side's Art Holliday joins us now with what it could mean for you. Art?
Well, Mike and Kay, people in many parts of North County will soon see these flyers in their mailboxes. It warns that their homes and businesses could be contaminated by radioactive waste left over from the creation of the first atom bomb. Carla Miller spends a lot of time doing research online.
Westlake Landfill site.
She follows reports on the radioactive waste in the Westlake Landfill and nearby Coldwater Creek.
Oh, it's very frightening. It really is.
Miller just learned her neighborhood is in an area marked here in yellow a local law firm says may have been impacted by that same waste.
I'm really very concerned, especially with people with children who's still growing, who's still developing. That scares me.
It's already a disaster and it could get much, much worse, and everyone in St. Louis should be upset about this.
Attorney Ryan Keene says scientists tested dozens of properties in North St. Louis County. A class action lawsuit claims they found high levels of radioactive particles that can be specifically traced back to the waste in the landfill and the creek.
The uranium that was extracted and brought into this country, brought internationally, and it was brought into this country, has a unique fingerprint because it originates outside of the United States.
Keene says the particles were likely carried into neighborhoods around North County by wind and floods. Carla Miller has lived in her home since 2004, and she says it's always felt safe. Now, with the possibility of radioactive contamination, she's not so sure.
It makes you wonder, gets in the ground, how much is that going to affect the food supply, all the gardens, etc.
Miller plans to join the lawsuit, which asks for buyouts and relocation, as well as financial awards for people in the areas they've identified. Now, the landfill's operator sent us a statement about the lawsuit that read in part, "Sound science must govern any discussion about community safety and the remediation of Westlake Landfill. The suit is without merit, and we will defend against it vigorously in court."
All right, thank you, Art. And you can learn more about efforts to clean up and contain radioactive contamination in North St. Louis County tomorrow. The Army Corps of Engineers is holding a public meeting to update everyone on the current plans and exactly where they stand. It's from 6:30 to 8:30 again Thursday night at Hazelwood Civic Center East on Dunn Road. You can also let the EPA know what you think about its plan to remove some, but not all, of the nuclear waste buried at the Westlake Landfill. The public comment period runs through March 22nd. You can send an email or write a letter to the EPA or go to the public meeting. That will be held on March 6th.